everyone, I'm Kelly Shaffner. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a sales video. I am going to share some fast flips, not everything sold overnight, but some pretty quick flips for over $50 in the month of February, and I have 15 of them. That is a mouthful, but I'm really glad that you joined me today. I have my notebook here and my notes so I don't forget anything. I hope that you will find some value in this video. I am always looking for items. I am on the hunt to raise my average sale price, and that's why I think this video may have some value. I hope it does. If you enjoy the video or find any value in it, please give it a thumbs up. That way I know that you enjoy these and I will make more of them. I'm an online reseller, guys. I resell women's pre-loved shoes and clothing for a living. That is how I support myself, and I like to share what I'm doing right here on YouTube. I like to share it with you, and I love to receive your feedback. I actually have a bonus to share with you today, and it's actually because of you that I was able to sell this piece for as much as I did. So stick around for number 16. That will be the bonus piece, and I will end this video with an update of my hashtag 400 and February, my listing challenge. So if you want to know how I did, stick around to the very end of the video. I know most of you are just here to hear about the sales, so we're going to jump right into the sales. The first $50 quick flip, I don't know if it's quick. It took about 90 days to sell these jeans. This was a pair of vintage 501 all cotton, button fly, rigid denim, and there was some distressing. They did look like a well-worn pair of denim. My sister actually found these for me in Denver. She found two pairs of these vintage 501s that she gave to me, and both of the denim sold for over $50. So you know I have my eye out for this type of denim, and I did bring home one more pair from Arizona. I recently thrifted the bins in Tucson, Arizona, and I found another pair. So hopefully I can always keep a pair in my closet because these offer a pretty nice return on investment. The next piece that sold for over $50 came from a thredUP mystery box that I received at the end of January. It took a couple weeks for this jacket to sell. It was a Lululemon Define Tech full zip jacket, and it sold for $60. In that last mystery box that I got from thredUP, I received two Lululemon pieces, and the great thing about them is they were both in really nice sizes. One was a 10 and one was a 12. I don't remember what size this jacket was, but both of those pieces sold very quickly. Between those two pieces, it paid for the box, and I think I had some other items that paid for the box. You're going to see the thredUP items more than once on this list today. Next up was a pair of Hoka 11 Gaviota 2 trail running sneakers. I really enjoy selling this brand, Hoka, if I can find them in good condition at a good price. I'll tell you what, I have noticed my thrift stores are on to the whole Hoka game. I found some Hokas at the thrift store for $20. Never, ever, ever would I pay $20 for even, unless I was buying them for myself, for even great condition Hokas, because I have found in the past year that the sale price of Hokas seems to be coming down. I sold these for $55. Now, I'm not telling you not to pick up Hokas. I love selling this brand, and there's definitely a following. But let me tell you something. I think I bought my own personal Hokas about 6 years ago, and I spent $180 on them, brand new. I went into a running store and purchased them. But last year, my sister went to a running store and purchased a pair of Hoka sneakers, and she only spent $120 on them. So I think that even the retail price has gone down a little bit over the years. So of course we can expect the resale price to probably follow that. Now, I recently picked up a couple more pairs of Hokas, so I do enjoy selling this brand, but I just wanted to put it out there that I don't think it's doing as well as it once did. The next sale happened so quickly, it took 2 days to sell this coat. I wasn't even able to share it in a haul. I really try to share everything that I'm listing online for sale in a haul, and I never share anything in a haul until it is listed or at least drafted and ready to be listed. And this coat sold very quickly. I do ship within 24 hours. So I don't even hold things back just for video. So anyway, this Carhartt brown, it was a dark brown. I called it a chore coat. It was just a heavy duty work jacket for women, and it was a size small. I picked this up at the bins in Arizona, and I actually questioned whether or not to bring it home. Carhartt is workwear, and therefore it's kind of heavy. It's a durable product, and it probably weighed a couple pounds, so maybe it cost me $3 or $4 to bring home. People talk about how great Carhartt sells. It resells pretty well, and I have found that to be true, but I'm always a little bit anxious about trying something that weighs a little bit more, costs a little bit more. It was also a size small, which was a concern of mine because that is one of my slower moving sizes. But this jacket sold in just a couple days for $60. I was happy to see it go. I want all of my winter jackets out of my inventory before the spring arrives, so I am accepting offers on all of my jackets right now. This next dress was really not a quick flip. It took about 6 months to sell. And when I brought this dress home, I knew it wasn't going to flip quickly because I haven't had much luck at all flipping Kate Spade clothing or shoes fast. They all sell, but it does take a little while, that special buyer, to purchase Kate Spade shoes and clothing. So I do pick them up at the thrift store, but I never expect them to sell quickly. This dress, I think it was a size 6, a size 4, a size 6. It was a little bit smaller size. It was called the Kimmy. It was a pink animal print. It was stunning. And it was in excellent condition, just like new. I was really hoping to sell this dress. I have sent Kate Spade pieces to the RealReal, and my Kate Spade pieces sell super fast for me on the RealReal, but my payout is really low. It's not worth it. I would rather sell it myself if I can, but if I can't, I always have that plan B. I can send it to the RealReal. I was happy to take a $64 offer on this dress. I'm excited that that dress is going to a new home. It was a beautiful dress. The next dress was a style-based pickup, which makes me uncomfortable, guys, because I have had lots of fails with styles I think are just all that, and no one else thinks that, but I knew this dress was special. The brand was Friday on My Mind. This is a British brand, and there were not a whole lot of sold comps on Poshmark, but I believed in the dress. The dress was absolutely beautiful, and it was in like new condition. It was a fit and flare summer dress with a fun bicycle graphic print on the dress. And sure enough, the buyer that did end up with this dress bought the dress because of the graphic. This was a nostalgic purchase for the buyer. I had sent her an offer. She reached out with some questions, and then I didn't hear from her. In the morning, she reached out to me and said, I cannot quit thinking about this dress. I think she made a counter offer. The dress reminded her of time that she had spent with her grandparents on bicycles, and she said she had plans to wear that dress on her bike, and I can't remember what the name of her bike was, but sounded like it was a really cool bike. So I was so happy to make that sale, especially because I knew this buyer was going to love the dress as much as I love the dress. So that's always kind of just a cherry on top. Okay, next up we have a pair of sandals that I really wanted to keep for myself. This was a pair of Birkenstock. They were called Birko. They were the neon orange sandal. I think they looked a little bit like an Arizona sandal. They were neon orange. They were not leather, and these sold for $52. And I did price them high because I considered keeping them for myself. If I am really, really strongly considering keeping an item for myself, I generally price it a little bit higher, and these sold for $52. I'm very happy about that. Next up was another dress that I did not expect to sell when I listed it, and basically because it was more of a spring summer style and even color. It was kind of a tan cream colored dress, sleeveless dress. I picked this up at the Denver Bins. It was by the brand Lovers and Friends, which is a Revolve brand, and it was a faux wrap dress. That one sold for $50 on the nose. Next up also came from my most recent thredUP bulk box, and this was a St. John navy blue Santana knit button front jacket with some great big shoulder pads in it. It was in beautiful condition, and that jacket sold for $80 from that same thredUP bulk box. So really happy with that sale. Okay, next up was a sale. This was a brand new to me, kind of an experiment item, and that was a pair of Swedish clogs. I picked up a pair of Swedish clogs by the brand Lotta from Stockholm, Swedish clogs. And I've heard people talk about Swedish clogs with the traditional wooden soles selling really well. I found a pair in great condition at a good price, and I'll tell you what, I would purchase Swedish clogs again if I can get them at a good price. $52 was the sale price on those. Next up was a coat that I sold, and I am going to talk more about this coat in my next video because this was a coat that I purchased. I paid up for it, actually. I bought this coat at Savers where my average cost of goods was over $7. I spent $250 on a haul of clothing from Savers, but I also spent $250 on a bulk purchase from thredUP, and I have been closely monitoring both of those hauls to see actually who did better. My next video is coming up with all the analysis on those two investments, but this coat finally sold. I expected this coat that I purchased at Savers for over $7. I expected this to sell in the wintertime, and it did not, guys. I mean, it's still wintertime, I guess, but it didn't sell until February, and it sold for $100. Very, very happy with that return. Next up was another piece from a thredUP mystery box. This was a pair of Fry sandals. They were a nice quality leather sandal. They were called the Brielle, and they sold for $63. Now, I received these sandals and I listed these sandals right as we were going into winter, so it is no surprise that they didn't sell overnight, but they sold in February. A pair of sandals sold in February. People are looking ahead and anticipating what they want to wear this spring, so I was very happy with the sale of those sandals for $63. The cost of the shoes in a thredUP mystery box, I think, is just over $5, like $5.50. But guys, it really depends on how many items you actually sell from each box. So $5 is the cost if you can sell every single pair of shoes in a box, and I seldom do that. But if you watch my videos, I talk about cost of goods in every single haul video that I do. I know I'm not sharing all of the buy cost on these pieces, but please subscribe and check out my haul videos and you can get all of the details. What I will tell you is I keep my buy cost very, very low. This year is a year of building capital to make some other dreams come true, so I am going to continue with keeping my buy costs low so I can make other things happen with the capital that I'm building in my business. Moving on. Okay, this was a great find and a great sale, guys. I am not a sneakerhead. I don't know a lot about athletic shoes, and I really don't have much of a desire to even learn about them, but on occasion I will look up a pair of athletic shoes that I find in the thrift store, and the next sale was well worth that just little bit of effort. A pair of no bull gray tennis shoes. This is a CrossFit training shoe. Now, it was really easy to identify these shoes because their logo is just printed on the outside of the shoe. I picked these up at a local thrift store and I was able to flip them very, very quickly in just a matter of days for $80. I know I've mentioned it before, how much I love love finding and selling Fry tall boots, and it's almost always a $100 sale. This was no exception. This was a pair of Fry Phillip tall boots, and these sold for an even $100. Happy with that sale. I always have my eye out for Fry tall boots. And number 15, the final $50 flip before we get to the bonus, is actually 2 pairs of shoes. They sold in a bundle for $120. So $60 is what I made on each pair of shoes, and they were honestly the exact pair of shoes in 2 different colors. I was out thrifting not long ago, and I found 4 pairs of Free People leather shoes. 2 were sandals, and then these 2 that I sold, which were both, they were an open back, pointed toe leather, really pretty. I believe that these 2 pairs that I sold probably came from the same donor, but the other 2 pair were different sizes. I sold one other pair, and the one pair that's my size still for sale in my Poshmark Closet. Priced it high because maybe I really don't want to sell it. Maybe I want to keep those for myself. But let's talk about these 2 pairs that sold. One was in a kind of a camel color leather, and one was in the color black. The black ones had what I called a tap on the bottom of them, and you, my viewers, let me know that those taps are actually heel protectors and add value to the shoe. I had considered maybe removing those because I wasn't sure what they were. I did leave them on, and I was able to sell both of those in a bundle for $120. And as promised, I have a bonus to share with you. The bonus is a $49 sale. It didn't quite make the $50 criteria for this video, but it was still a really good sale. This was also from my ThredUp bulk box. It was a sweatshirt, a graphic sweatshirt with some embroidery on it. And it was Disney Catalog was the brand. This was vintage. Come to find out, it was a vintage sweatshirt, and it was called the Disney Kiss, and it had all sorts of different Disney characters kissing, and the sweatshirt did sell before Valentine's Day. The buyer was very happy with her purchase. Now, what I didn't know when I shared that in the haul was that sweatshirt had some very faint stains on it, which surprised me because the sweatshirt appeared to have never been used. It was in really nice condition. The stains were faint and small, and the buyer did reach out to me and ask about the stains. So I was really honest with her because I want my buyers to be happy with what they're getting, and she offered me $49 for that sweatshirt. Now, if you watched my haul video, after doing a little research on that sweatshirt, I had comped the sweatshirt at $44. So I actually received more than I even originally thought I was going to get, because it was you, my viewers, that say, Kelly, that is a really special sweatshirt. I don't even pretend to know anything about Disney. I occasionally pick up Disney and try to sell it. Sometimes it sells quickly. I have some Disney that has been sitting in my Poshmark Closet for quite some time. So I don't know the ins and outs of Disney, but I do want to thank all of you that shared information about vintage Disney and gave your thoughts about pricing that sweatshirt. I do think that you helped me to make a little bit more on that sweatshirt. Yeah, $49 was a pretty good price to make for that sweatshirt. Okay. We're going to transition quickly into the 400 in February listing challenge. I challenged myself, guys, and I did have some friends join me on this challenge, and let me tell you how I did. I didn't do it. I did not get 400 brand new listings up in the month of February. I did pretty good though. I'm very satisfied with how I did do, which was 335 brand new listings in the month of February. Also relisted over 200 items into my Poshmark Closet the month of February. So if you look at the seller tools in Poshmark, it actually looks like I listed over 500 brand new listings, but that's not what happened. Now you would think 500 listings in Poshmark, how many sales did I have in the month of February? Had 111 sales, the month of February. My numbers in February were down for me when I compare them to my February numbers for 2021. That is how I do it, guys. I'm always comparing myself to my past performance, and I just want to see myself improve. I try really hard not to compare myself to others because let's face it, we're all doing things differently and we're all have different things going on in our lives, and February taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. February was tough. And it was also kind of a learning month for me. I mean, I did walk away from February with some kind of revelations. I'll share those in just a moment. But I listed a lot. I worked very hard on Poshmark in February. 335 listings garnered me 111 sales, and that was frustrating. That was really frustrating for me. If you follow me, then you know that in the past, last year, probably from summer all the way into November, my numbers were very closely aligned. If I listed 200 items in a month, I was selling roughly 200 items in a month. It might be 198, it might be 205, but those numbers were so closely aligned, and that actually had a lot to do with me wanting to challenge myself to this listing challenge, because March has historically been a very, very good sales month for me. So I wanted to get a lot of items listed in February, ready to sell in March. And I was disappointed in my sales numbers in February when I compared the numbers to the amount of work that I did. But the good news is I did get a lot accomplished in the month of February. A lot of work was done. This is my revelation, guys. I work in my reselling business kind of a split shift. I start my workday in the morning by checking my stores, checking messages, answering emails, taking care of all the busy work that I can do with a cup of coffee at my desk. Then I pull my shipping, I get my shipping ready, then I shower. After my shower, my time is dedicated to my family. And on occasion, maybe I can process some inventory. Sometimes during the day, I'm able to go to the thrift store, but the bulk of my work is done in the evening. So it's kind of like a split shift. I come home in the evening, I get my photographs done, I get my listings up, and I prepare for the next day, if that makes sense. And I just came to this revelation in February that that's the way that I do it. I seldom get to work a full 8-hour shift like a full-time reseller might work. And I think I've kind of been fighting that, to be honest with you, like thinking like if I wake up earlier, I can get a full 8 hours in, or if mama goes to bed early enough, I can get a full 8 hours in, and it's not going to happen, guys. I'm going to be working split shift reselling for a long, long time. On occasion, I do get a day to myself that I can work a full 8 to 10 hours on my business, but I think I'm okay with that now. That was kind of something that came up in February, and I'm okay with that. I'm really happy with how the 400 in February listing challenge worked out for me. I knew that was a big number. I have never listed 335 brand new items ever before since I started reselling. So that's a big victory for me. And I know that I can get 300 some listings up per month. Will I do that in March? Probably not. In fact, in March, I am working on purging more from my inventory. I'm going to purge, take things to the buy sell trade store, and then send them on to ThredUp, because I have decided that I would like my Poshmark Closet to have about 1,000 items. That's all I want. And it really isn't about storing everything here in my house. I mean, if I could find 1,500 beautiful items that I am really happy to sell, that would be awesome. I would put it in my Poshmark Closet. But at this point in time, I want to remove all of my bad buys and stale inventory. I'll tell you what, even today, I sold a pair of jeans today that were mine. And I think I listed them the very first week I started reselling on Poshmark. So it's those little sales that make me think, okay, if you just leave it in your inventory long enough, it will sell. But the truth is, I don't like the way it looks in my Poshmark Closet. I want to get all of those old items and bad buys removed from my Poshmark closet. I would like to have a more cohesive look to my closet. I will be working on that in the month of March, and yeah, we'll see how things go. Already March is turning out to be much, much better than February. I also wanted to tell you that as well as listing 335 items, I started cross-listing with intention to eBay, and I had some eBay sales. I only made about $200. I think I had 4 eBay sales, but guys, I had 2 non-payments, and one of them, okay, if you want to stick around and hear this story, I know people talk about cross-listing. It is very rare to sell the same item on both platforms overnight, but I'll tell you what, something similar happened for me. I listed a dress on both platforms, and overnight it sold on eBay, and it was added to a bundle, and I was sent a bundle offer on this 2-piece bundle, and the buyer did not pay on eBay. And I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I had a buyer not pay on eBay just a couple days earlier, and that buyer never paid. Even after reaching out to the buyer, I ended up having to cancel that sale. So I didn't do anything. I did send the eBay buyer a notice, and the bundle offer expired on Poshmark, which was a bummer, right? And this whole thing was daily conversation for my husband and I. But lo and behold, another 24 hours later, the same buyer on Poshmark sent a repeat offer, the exact same repeat offer, and I was able to wait it out for day 4 on eBay when this buyer did not pay for the dress, cancel the order, accept the offer on Poshmark. But that was frustrating because my dress had a paying buyer that wanted it, and I couldn't sell it because I don't want to mess up my account on eBay because I just don't have a lot of sales on eBay. So that was really frustrating. But I am going to just power through that and continue to cross-list. That's what I learned about Poshmark in February, that it's not 100%. It is not a reliable source of income. I need to have a plan B. You guys know I'm always talking about my backup plan for my items, and yeah, eBay is my backup plan. I still love Poshmark. I still make the majority of my sales on Poshmark, and hopefully I will be adding more eBay sales to this $50 flip video in the future. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I know I got really chatty in this one, didn't I? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. I'll see you really soon with another sales video. Bless you.